Hello students, you are welcome to sirMATHS. Today we are going to discuss percentage, decimal and fraction, the relationship of these very three. Remember previously we have discussed fraction, we also discussed decimal fraction. But we now relate this together, percentage, decimal and the ordinary fraction. When I mean decimal, I mean decimal fraction and then ordinary fraction. We are going to see how it relates and solve problems that involve this. This is what we are discussing is concerns grade 8, which is equivalent to JSS2. We are talking of percentage, decimals and fractions. We will pick item in percentage, find the value in decimal, and also what is the value in ordinary fraction. When we are talking of percentage, we are talking of something divided by 100. We are talking of 3% of something. That means that very something divided by 100 and taking three part of it. So percentage is over 100. When somebody say, oh, I scored 70%, what the person is telling you is that I scored 70 over 100. So here, this is percentage. Let this be our decimal. And this ordinary fraction. When we have 1%, what we mean here is 1 over 100, which is, this is 1, 2. That is 0.12. This is for the decimal. But for the ordinary fraction is 1 over 100. So our answer here is 0.01. That is 1% is all about. 1%, 0.01 as a decimal fraction, and 1 over 100 as the ordinary fraction. So if we go on even 5%, 2%, whatever, 5% is 5 divided by 100. That will give us 0.05. And that is here 5 over 100. Let's leave it that way. Let us not go into simplification to the lowest term. We leave it that way. So 5% is 0.05. How do we get the 0.05? That is 5 divided by 100, and that is 5 divided by 100. 5 divided by 100, it cannot. You put 0 point. You add 0 here. 50 divided by 100, it cannot. Put 0. Add 0 here. 500 divided by 100 is 5. Because 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. So 500 minus 500 is 0. Therefore, 5 over 100, which is 5%, is 0.05. That's what we have there, 0.05. So if we go on, the same thing applies. But let us go to a figure that has more than 1. For example, 20%. 20% will give us 20 divided by 100. 20 divided by 100. This is dividing 20. So 20 divided by 100, it cannot. You have to have 0 point. And add 0 here. 200 divided by 100 is 2. 2 times 100 is 200. 200 minus 200 is 0. Therefore, 20% is 0.2. That's a decimal fraction. 0.2. An ordinary fraction is 20 over 100. We may not bother to simplify. We may not bother. That is the percentage, the decimal, and the fraction. We are on and on and on. We can go on. 50% is 50 divided by 100. This is 100 dividing 50. It cannot. We put a 0 point, add 0 here. 500 divided by 100 is 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. So 500 minus 500 is 0. Therefore, 50% is 0.5 as a decimal fraction. 0.5. And another fraction is 50 over 100. Over 100. Let's pick maybe 150%. 150%. This is 150 divided by 100. If you divide 150 by 100, it will give you 1. And 1 times 100 is 100. 150 minus 100 is 50. You add 0, put your point here, add 0 to this, 50 to give you 500. 500 divided by 100 is 5. So 150% is 1.5 as a decimal fraction. 1.5. And that is 150 divided by 100. This is as it concerns our percentage, decimal fraction, and ordinary fraction. Let's solve problems that will involve the application of these. So questions that will involve this. Well, we expected to convert one to another. A question like this. Here we have $12 is what percent of $48? $12 is what percent of $48? Good. So what we do in solving, we say 12 over 48 times 100. We can say over 1. Just in principle, it does not make any difference. The 12 over 48 times 100. We simplify. 12 here is 1. 12 here is 4. 4 divided 4 is 1. 4 divided 10 will give us 2, remainder 2. That 2 and this 0 is 20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So our answer is 25%. What does that mean? That $12 is 25% of $48. Yeah. That is for that. I hope that one is clear. Let's take another example. Here we expected to find the missing number. Find the missing number. We will have here 50% of 56 is equals to box. The value of that box is what is missing, the 50% of that. We now say 50%, as I told you, is 50 over 100. Of is times 56. We simplify, 0 cancel 0. 5 here 1, 5 here 2. 2 divide 2 is 1, 2 divide 5 is 2, remainder 1. That 1 on this 6 is 16, divided by 2 is 8. So our answer is 28. So the missing number is 28. I hope that one is clear. We're talking of percentage. Another example. We are told here that if 50% is off, if 50% is off, that is taken off, taken away from the price of the good, what is the sale price? What is the sale price of a good? What is the sale price of a bandage whose original price the original price was, okay, 0.46 dollars. 50% is off. In other words, a discount or whatever, either the company is carrying out a sale and they slash the prices by 50%. So the original price was this. So we expected, what is the current price after this discount, after removing 50%? So we now find the 50% of this. Originally it was this. So we say 50% is 50 over 100 times $0.46. 0 cancel 0, 5 here 1, 5 here 2. And 2 divide 2 is 1. This will remain 0. This is 2. And this is 3. So the answer is $0.23. That will be the sale. 50 has been removed. So what remains is the 50, which is half of this. That is a percentage. Let us have one more example. Rocks bought at $40. I hope everybody is following. Good. rug $40. Okay, was sold at $44. Then we expected. What is the markup as a percentage? Good. Rug bought at $40 was sold at $44. What is the markup as a percentage? In other words, what percent profit did the seller make in this very business? So we find the markup first of all, which is the same thing as profit. Markup is equals to 44 minus 40. That will give us 4. Then the markup percent is equals to the markup over the cost price times 100 over 1. We simplify. 4 here 1, 4 here 1, 4 here 0. 0 cancel 0. So the markup percent is 10%. 10%. That is the markup. Don't forget to subscribe to sirMATHS to join us in this exciting and sweet journey in this mathematics world. Do that so that you keep on being updated and follow us on this daily discussion. Today we discuss percentage, decimal, and fraction. And I told you when I say decimal, I mean decimal fraction. In other words, percentage, decimal fractions, and ordinary fraction. We stated some percentage, their value, a decimal fraction, and also their value in ordinary fraction, and take some examples where we expected to find percentage or to find a value when we are given a percentage value, to find the ordinary value. So this is our discussion for today: percentage, decimal, and fraction. Please keep on joining us. I thank you for joining us today. Continue doing that, and also subscribe. You will enjoy this. Thank you very much. We call it a day.